You know, I don't think you can ever really expect it. I was, you're praying and hoping that just for to be a captain and for that to also get block O, like extremely honored, and I'm so thankful that for the opportunity.
So how did you, I don't know, process it when it became real?
It never really feels real. Me personally, I'm not the type of guy who likes to really be in the limelight and be like the center of attention. So even adjusting to that was kind of strange for me. But it was really emotional for me. I mean, I was ever since I was like a child, even being a captain in college football is like, you see those guys walk out on TV in biggest games, and you're like, I want to be there when I'm older. For me, it was really emotional. I was so thankful for it.
Was your brother ever captain?
Actually, yeah. I mean, I model so much of what I do around him, and he transferred to Pitt, and in his 2 years there, he became captain there too. So, a lot of what you see here from me is, it's a testament to him because he's led me the entire way. Like everything I've done is, I've been watching him do it. So.
This is what the Simons do. They just lead football.
No, you could say it to my mom and she'll love that. So definitely.
Last time we talked, you were talking about how you came back here and you almost made it an emphasis to understand that you had to not only replace what you guys lost in the linebacker room on the field with Tommy and Steele, but also what they meant from a leadership standpoint. So to see that play out in a tangible way like this, to see the impact you're actually having, like when did you realize you were having that level of an impact on your teammates?
I mean, you never really know until it gets to the hard moments, really, and guys can really lean on you and like look to you to lead. And I've been saying that, like, me as a leader it's never like me just becoming. It's more like I'm taking parts of the guys who have led me. Like Tommy, is probably the best leader I've ever been around. He's tough. Will work through anything. Is vocal, physical. Like guys like that. Like when you can just take a little bit from them and implement it your own way. I mean, it goes miles. And I was just so thankful to have guys like that, like in my life and on this team, and they've helped me get through a lot of moments like that.
Cody's leadership style?
Sure. I mean, and we don't really like to talk about it like that, but like leading by example, like there's way more than just leading by example. I've tried to develop into being seen, heard, and felt, and so I want to be that first person doing it. I want them to see me doing it. I want them to hear me doing it. I want them to feel me, whether it's on the field or if it's in a workout or something. So I think I've gained a little bit of trust from at least from my teammates to be a leader in that way.
How were you told that you got the block out? What was that like?
I'm sorry.
How were you told?
We did after practice in the shoe, and that's like such a special moment. And a lot of the captain stuff was voted by the teammates. So, to have your teammates think about you in that way, and I'm just so thankful. Like there's really no other words besides thankful and honored to be regarded highly among your teammates. Yeah, I do. I did think about this when I was, especially when I was being recruited here. It wasn't really my goal. Like it wasn't my vision. I was actually my coach recruiting me, Coach Washington. He really sparked that in my brain, and I was like, I didn't really think about it. And then he told me like, hey, like this could be your, like you could be a captain here. You could really do it here. And I thank him a lot because he helped me out with a lot of my mentality especially when I was young and trying to figure a way around here. And then you realize that you stack one day on top of the other, and it's a tough day, but you stack it, and big things and great things can happen. And I'm just thankful that I kept going and I kept pursuing.
Cody, how did you lead when you weren't the guy in the linebacker room, when you still had Tommy and still here? How did you lead week to week within this team?
I think the biggest thing is always staying ready. Football is, sometimes you're never the guy. You have to play your role, and I felt like. For me, it was no matter what happens, I have to prepare like I am that guy, because at any given moment, like Tommy's the toughest guy out there, but, something can happen. And especially like last year, something did happen. So it's like you have to be ready at all times to, step in and do your job at the highest level. And that's what Ohio State's about. Like when your number's called, you make that play.
You used to be the starting middle linebacker here not so long ago. And that job goes away, and then it's coming back, but you get all of these honors now. Like, do you think about that journey that it's not very typical?
Yeah, I mean, you probably see it all around college football. It's just the struggles of being a college football player, and it's never an easy road. It's never just one way. Everybody's going through ups and downs. So I'm thankful for my path. it's not ever what you really want it to be. You know, it would be amazing to be a 3 years and out and first pick, but I mean that's not always the reality for everybody. So I'm just thankful for the opportunities I've been able to have, and I keep that perspective because football can be gone at any moment for us. So I just try to go into every day and try to give my best and put out my best on the field.
How did you get that
For the
perspective?
wearing that block out, what is?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Where does that perspective come from? How did that get?
I talk to a lot of players after they're done here, and especially when you have like senior tackle, and you get to see guys who have gone through this program for so many years, like even like Pete Warner, like he talks about like every rep matters, every single thing you do here matters, and like you never you're always gonna you're not gonna take every single moment and cherish it at every moment, but you try to find those moments to like really hold on to, and I think I've gained a lot of perspective. I've tried to be a mature guy in our room, and allow the guys to understand this is the best moments of your life. Like you're like this. I mean, everyone wants to go back to college, I guess. I mean, but I just want to make sure I don't ignore this moment and try to take it all in and appreciate it for what it is.
When you look at the names of guys that have been in the block out, what does it mean to be in that group? And also, what do you think the block out represents now that you're wearing it?
Well, I know for a fact what it represents. It's the banner up there. It's fight. Like everything about our program, what we do every day in and day out, it's about fighting. It's not physical fighting. I'm not trying to kill someone right now, but like every day I have to fight to be the best version of myself. And it's like when I look at guys like Coop, Thayer, like I look at them now, and you're like those guys fought. Like I know Coop, and he comes back a lot, and that guy, every single rep I watch him out there fighting. So like for me, it's how can I be like that? Those are the guys who have led the programs for us. So like every chance you get, you try to emulate those guys because they are such strong figures in our program.
I'm assuming you being a leader of this defense, you're going to be the guy getting the calls on your helmet on the defensive side of the ball. What's it been like getting acclimated to that process?
It's definitely interesting. There's going to be a lot of tactics offenses used to try to hurt the defense that way, but I mean it's going to be interesting. I mean Knowles he's a smart guy. He knows what's coming a lot of the time. So it'll be interesting to see how it works with the 100,000 people in the shoe screaming. I don't really know how it's going to look yet. We've done some crowd noise, but it gets a little crazy even without.
How many practices did it take for you to get used to having Jim Knowles in your head?
you never get used to it, really. I mean, one of these days they'll probably have his mic'd up, and you guys will probably hear some of it. So I mean, yeah, it's just. I mean, it really it's the training though. Like he wants to be really hard on us because when it gets real serious, that we can be calm in that moment. So I think he's doing a great job, and we're just gonna get better every day.
So do you think offenses aren't going to deploy until after the 15-second mark? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When it goes up, I mean, is your offense even doing that, playing tricks?
I mean, practice is kind of hard to simulate that, but yeah, I would assume that teams would start doing that, and we have to find ways around that.
Yeah, Cody, I wanted to ask you this. In Indianapolis, Ryan Day said, we're talking about the near misses over the last couple of years and stuff, and he goes, he didn't say this was the theme, but he basically uttered these words, leave no doubt, is sort of the
Yeah.
approach this year. In other words, don't talk about the near miss, at the end of the game, leave no doubt, get it done
Yeah.
throughout the game and stuff. Is that a motto for this group? And then number two, how do you as a captain keep conveying this?
Yeah, no, it 100% is, and to that near miss stuff, football, we watch TV, it always comes down to that one play. It's the big kick, or did you make her miss it? But there's so many plays in a football game that can win or lose a game. It's not just one play. It's that next play that's gonna win or lose it. So we've been focusing. When you say leave no doubt, we say take them out because we don't want to leave it up to one play. We want to take the game over and get over with it because. When you leave that a little bit of doubt, the teams can start coming back and teams can start gaining on you. So we just want to make sure we cut and dry. We win these outright and we do our job.
How does your leadership style compare to Tommy's leadership style?
I mean, shoot, I try to be a little bit like him. I mean, I'm not Tommy, and I don't think anyone's ever been Tommy. He's one of a kind. Where he might be. A little bit more brash. I might be a little bit more coachable or coaching, and that's not a knock on Tommy at all. He's probably one of the best leaders I've ever been around, and that's like my brother. I love Tommy to death, man, and I hope he's doing well at Oakland, right, or Las Vegas, I guess, yeah. And but he's his own type of leader. I'm my own type of leader. I mean, we just try to get the job done and try to have others follow us and then get the job and do what we need to do.
All right, Cody, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.